a couple of times since the Steelers beat the New York Jets 34-32. Mike Tomlin has talked about the inability to protect Aaron Rodgers. Play pass, unable to protect Rodgers when they wanted to take a couple of shots downfield. We'll play another clip from Tomlin coming up in the next segment where he talks about their inability to keep Rodgers upright. And it's one game, but that was pretty much the worst case scenario on how you can protect a quarterback. The only reason it wasn't the worst case scenario is because Rodgers played well anyhow, threw 4 touchdowns, and you won the game. Rodgers also got rid of the ball faster than any quarterback in the league in week 1, and yet still was under constant pressure. And guess what, man? I think the Seattle Seahawks got a better defense than the Jets. I think they got a better collective pass rush than the Jets. And I'm wondering, here's how we'll start this bad boy today. What do? I think you got to try to establish the run. You're at home. They return 4 guys, do the Seahawks, that had 40-plus pressures last year. Only one of 2 teams in the NFL that can boast that. They will get after the quarterback. They don't have a star in the secondary like the Jets did with Sauce Gardner, but they got 4 dudes who can all play the game at a pretty high level. I don't think from top to bottom they really have a weakness defensively, but their pass rush is really good. How do you combat that knowing that your left tackle was a turnstile in week 1?
Well, it's going to be a big Darnell Washington game.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of has to be, and that's a bad place to be in. I think in my estimation, not bad because Darnell Washington's in the game, but bad because now you're going to have to substitute somebody else and take another playmaker off the field, and not use Darnell Washington as the playmaker that you would substitute for, if that makes sense. Like, Darnell Washington had a great training camp, had a great preseason as a pass catcher. Obviously, he's the best blocking tight end in the league. We all know that. But now he's going to be used as an extra glorified tackle. And that is almost a must, I think, whenever you're going against a defense like this. And the guys that can rush the passer and guys that can, penetrate gaps in the run game. So Darnell Washington, he can catch the ball. He can get down the seam. He's a big body. He could be a threat in the red zone. He could be a threat in the middle of the field. But you're going to see a lot of him in a lot of plays and a lot of different personnels. And maybe Pat Freiermuth has to, cut down on the reps or to get taken off the field. Or Johnny Smith is not going to be on the field as much. Or Calvin Austin's not going to be on the field as much. Your playmakers, because Darnell Washington has to protect Broderick Jones and not just protect Aaron Rodgers. It's about protecting Broderick Jones to protect Aaron Rodgers, which is not a good situation to be in.
I agree wholeheartedly. Calvin Austin caught a touchdown. Jonnu Smith scored a touchdown. Pat Freiermuth had multiple clutch, important first down receptions. And if you're going to have Broderick Jones play next to Darnell Washington a lot, one of those guys is going to be off the field all the time.
Uh-huh.
And Roman Wilson was the casualty in week 1. He played 10 snaps, which we'll get into later because Mike Tomlin was asked about it. And Mike Tomlin was annoyed by the question, which always titillates me, and it's always worth examining. I think one thing that can help starting this week and can help with them at home is Rodgers' cadence is the best in the history of the NFL. And being at home, not having to work off the silent count, I think that is a massive advantage to slow down what can be an elite level pass rush.